Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. The Captain Adam Shelton here. The Pyro Road to $50 or more discussion. What's going on, gang, here? We have this also live on YouTube as well. So recording live on YouTube and also recording it live on Twitter Spaces. We're excited. A lot of good things, a lot of good discussion we need to talk about. We need to talk about this a little bit more, I think. And I think some people in here already can probably agree. We'll have Global coming in here soon. So just give us a few minutes and let's go. What's going on, everybody? If you want to actually speak, just send a request and I will definitely give you the right to speak and voice your discussion, your opinion, any questions that you have with the project or with other ones like Ring. We'll discuss a little bit about Ring as well. We may even look at the chart. We'll just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Break down some facts and information. We got the first request. Global is coming in the building. Come on in. Global Crypto is coming in. And Global has really kind of just been that guy. He's been that guy in the Pyro community. What's going on, Global?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Doing all right. Letting everybody know we also recording this on YouTube as well. So I'm actually in the other room. Hold on here. I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm in the other room, making sure that people can hear me. And so I'm going to do something here. Continue talking, Global.
Yeah, so just got done doing a little hitting at the golf range. You play any golf?
I do. I haven't in a while, but I do, actually. I'm in Florida, so it's like golf courses everywhere, Top Golf. But yes, it hasn't been the best weather for golfing lately. But yes, rainy.
Oh, rainy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a hurricane headed to Florida here, probably the next week or so. I'm keeping a close eye on it, but I'm in that business other than crypto world. So apparently there's a storm that's out there that's brewing. That's maybe next weekend actually.
And I think we're blessed because I'm in Daytona Beach. Even it's a beach town, but we're so close to Orlando. So anytime those things happen, I was gonna make sure they can hear me. Anytime those things happen, is we just drive to Orlando. It's a little bit more inland, and we're pretty safe. So it's more inland, so we don't get a lot of that. If not, we go even a little bit more inland. So yeah, we're good.
Have you been living in Florida for a long time?
Not quite some time. And we also, a number of years, let's put it that way. So I haven't really been, we've been through a hurricane, but nothing bad, nothing really bad at all, so it's actually been good. For the most part, we'll get a bunch of rain. I think down in Miami and Key West, Puerto Rico, I think they get a lot more. But Daytona, we're more central and we're closer to Orlando, which is more inland. I think we're okay.
Yeah, I lived in Tampa 2004. You might recall this. And there was four hurricanes that crossed the state in 1 year. And it was the first year that I moved there. I think I moved there in late 2003, 2004. This was 2004, yeah. So there was 4 hurricanes that crossed the state all in 1 year. It was Charlie, Francis, Ivan, and Gene. One after another. It was absolutely incredible, and none of them really. Charlie was going to hit Tampa dead on. Tampa hasn't been hit by a major hurricane, which is classified as like over a 3. It has not been hit since like the 1940s, I think, or something like that, because it's really hard for them to make that curve through the straits and then curve into Tampa. So they just don't ever hit it. But Ivan crushed Pensacola. And a few others. Yeah, it was a category 4, almost 5, and it took out Pensacola pretty good.
Pensacola, because it's right on that Panhandle, that corner area. Yeah, I think that's a place where hurricanes and South Florida. Yeah, I don't think Tampa, Orlando, Daytona, they don't really.
No,
really.
No. So Gene was a weird one. I'm trying to think about Francis was this huge hurricane
remember that.
It covered the entire state, and then it was going 4 miles an hour, and it just went really slow for like 2 days over the top. It just rained and rained and rained like crazy. But I think I've mentioned to you before, but I also I do a lot of work in Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico got hit by Hurricane Maria. 3 days ago was the anniversary of the 5-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria hitting Puerto Rico, and yeah, it's been crazy. I've been working there for years. I work all over the United States, but I spent a lot of time in Puerto Rico. And if you didn't know that Puerto Rico is actually a haven, kind of like a financial haven for corporate businesses, but also crypto. It's become like a crypto haven there in Puerto Rico because of the way they do the taxes.
Absolutely. So, yes. Yeah. Yes. One of the actually, I would say, partners, Clear Cryptos.
Oh, that's
the
right.
guy,
yeah.
He's actually from Puerto Rico. It's me and about, I think, maybe 10 and 12 other us. And he's actually based out of Puerto Rico all the time. So,
Man, I need to get in contact with them. I've actually reached out to them real early about a few months ago.
Right.
And I don't know what they're. You know better than I do what they. I don't know if you're an ambassador for them or you just know them. But
yeah, I am.
Because I travel there so often, like I reached out to them, but I didn't know who to talk to, and I was like, "Hey, I'm coming down there, and I'd like to, meet up in Puerto Rico." They may have mentioned this, but they have what they call Crypto Mondays, which is like I think it's in La Posita or right there in the heart of San Juan, and they just a group of people, they just started it, and now it's like a pretty dang big deal, I think it's going to continue to get better because I could actually see big conferences and stuff being there where they start up Crypto Monday, and then it turns into, as it keeps going, like everybody wants to go to an island anyways to see something beautiful, and at the same time you can go do what you love to do. So man, it'd be a glorious thing to go down there for Crypto Monday and just hang out, but I usually end up just going for work. So
yeah, Puerto Rico is definitely a major hub when it comes to this. I think South Florida in the Miami area is definitely, they pretty much is planting a flag. They're like, okay, this could be a major hub for Bitcoin and other things.
It has a lot to do with the influence of Puerto Rico, to be honest, because a little, I call it, you could almost call it little Puerto Rico. There might even be a little Puerto Rico in Miami for all I know, but there's a huge influence of Puerto Rico and Miami. It's such a quick trip. It's like an hour and a half flight, 2-hour flight. It's like for me, to fly from here to there, it's just an hour and a half, no big deal. But the problem, normally you would just end up driving, especially in Texas. If it's a 2-hour flight, you're not gonna waste your time going to the airport. You're gonna just hop in your car and go. But unfortunately, they're out on an island in the middle of the ocean. They can't just hop over to Miami so easy. So there's a lot of charter flights that go in and out of Puerto Rico to Miami. But yeah, man, I could see that. In fact, Miami, this, they started the Miami token actually, and they're helping to use crypto to fund the city. So they're one of the biggest proponents of crypto in the United States for sure.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads us to, Pyro token, where it's definitely one of those projects that can really serve others, and the ones that's been out there, they can help them out with supply. And then there's been some chatter around about Pyro, about, what's the next step is going to be. Do you want to talk a little bit more Pyro, where you think Pyro is at right now?
No, not really. No, I actually just came on just to yeah.
Global. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. I see the CPA guys in here. What's going on, man? And a few others. Hey, CPA! What can I say?
I just came on here to just talk about life with you, actually.
Yeah, we'll sit there and chat. We need to do this a little bit more often. I think we did this did we do this last week or the week before?
I think it's the week before, actually. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with, especially with the, well, in Florida you don't get this, but in Texas, and I know CPA, I think he lives up in the Northeast. Little fireside chat every once in a while about Pyro having that flame burning and keeping us warm in the crypto winter. There's nothing wrong
Absolutely.
with that. This is the fireside chat with Pyro. You know, that's what
Absolutely. I love it, and we live on YouTube as well. Well, we're live on YouTube, so the people can watch it over there.
Yeah, man. So, again, before we start, and I know that you were asking me to discuss Pyro, and that's why we're here. So, yeah, and we're also going to talk about Ring of Pyro and just all the things that are going on with our entire community right now. And so, I wanted to thank you for allowing us to hop on your YouTube and Twitter. It's pretty crazy.
No
we
problem.
can do all these things at one time. So thanks.
We'll add Facebook or something next, so we'll have the third one.
It's like absolutely like it's a blessing, man, to be able to have somebody like you and Yon, and anybody else that I'm not mentioning right now to
CPA,
share,
absolutely.
Use their platform. I can't even say how much we appreciate it. You know, we were able to get our message out there quickly. The community is just absolutely murdering it with creating the TikToks, and we're working on shorts, and it's just constant posting and just, going on and on and on. And, I was reminded this week that we have this Pyro content channel on our TG, in order for us to kind of flood that thing with all of our videos and all of our content creators that are putting stuff on there, which I think that we want to try to utilize more often, in addition to our link tree, to where they can see all the videos and just have them in a consolidated place. But yeah, so thanks for allowing us to do this, man. Truly appreciate it.
No problem whatsoever. I feel like it's kind of a responsibility to be able to put positive projects out there that's doing the good things, or with the startups, or the ones that, they just probably just need a little bit more attention to help people out, to help people make a decision. Not necessarily shill the word. I would say more like educate. All right, Pyro token, this is the tokenomics. This is the main mission. This is the community. This is what they're planning to do by the end of the year. Those type of things. So then a person can come in, oh my God, 6% they burn by end of a sell transaction. And this is something pretty cool. It's just a true burn. We haven't seen too much of this. Then a person can go do their research and check it out. And then they can be like, oh, Ring of Pyro is very similar, but they help other projects burn their supply. And they've already done Shiba and Vault already as we speak, which is very, very true. And then that person can actually make a decision on what that person wants to do. So that's why I like doing it. It's more, and it's not just projects, also products and services as well. If it's a product or service that has value and somebody may want to know about it or try it on, or, I do shoes, shirts, I do almost everything that's got value. That's got some value. I'll definitely take a look at it. And CPA guy, what's going on? I see you over there. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, he's there. I think he was. I don't know if he was going to listen in or if.
He may not be able to speak.
Yeah. I talked to him earlier, so. But yeah, so.
He said he's trying to come in.
I'll give everybody a quick update right now on what's going on, and there may be some people that are already part of our community, but there's some new ones that are listening in on Twitter and YouTube. So we appreciate you joining in if you're new to the token. And we spent a lot of time last week, I think, just really selling hard on what we have to offer. But I think when it all boils down to it, it comes with what Pyro token has to offer is the single greatest ERC token contract that's been written to date when it comes to burn tokens, because it's the first of its kind. As Yon says, it's one of one, and it's the first token that we know of. Now there's forks and there's people that are out there copying, but it's the first of its kind that we know of that is actually burning tokens on every single transaction off of the blockchain and taking away from the max supply. And what that's going to eventually do, and it's doing now, but it's sometimes it can be hard to see as it's progressing, is that it's because there's less of the supply, that as long as you're holding the token, that inherently the price of the token just starts to go up and up and up, and there's going to reach a point at one, and it all depends on volume, where you're going to have the max supply that's going to lessen, and then you're going to have a lower supply in the Uniswap pool, and it's going to create a price squeeze that you're going to be able to recognize in a really big way. And so we're already seeing it now, because when you're looking at numbers where you might have a token that has a million tokens in its supply, then you would expect that when you have this amount of supply or this amount of holders, then you're going to have this certain market cap. But that is changed by the ratio of the fact that the tokens are disappearing from the blockchain as part of the contract. So that's what Pyro is all about. It's the only contract in existence that I'm aware of that can burn tokens on every transaction. And so the tokenomics of Pyro are 6% burn on the buy, and then 6% burn on the sell, and all of the burns are straight burns. They go straight off of the max supply. They're taken straight out. There's no dev wallet, there's no marketing wallet, there's no hidden tricks. It's just, let's just burn, baby. So that's kind of the gist of Pyro.
Hey, can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's going on? Sorry, I had to get into a space where I can talk when you guys were calling me out. The kids were screaming and stuff, so I was like kind of sitting in the background saying, hold on, I'm coming. Let me get to the basement so I can actually talk. But I'm not going to be on too long, but I Global, great intro, great description of Pyro. And I just want to add a little bit to it, because I always got to hit people with the most important thing, what they want to know, because they're like, all right, so what? The token's burning. How does that turn into profit for me? How do I get paid? How do I get money? Why should I invest in this token? Well, every time I keep thinking about Pyro, it's like more and more, things come to me. And the one thing I want to explain to people and want people to see, and those of who are already on the Telegram, you've kind of already seen me say this 100 times, and I said it earlier today. Now,
I gotta interrupt you real quick. When you're
sure.
Talking about every time you think of Pyro, you start thinking of this. Like, how many hours per day do you actually think of Pyro?
Listen, man. I spend more time.
I might be in the 16-hour range.
Yeah, I think so. I sleep for about 5-6 hours a night, and then that's probably it. All the other times, I'm always thinking about Pyro and just how amazing this is. This token that we found so early, and I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, you know what? It's the Uniswap supply. We keep, not to say, and let me just explain this just real briefly. Is that the way how this token works, and just like if you look at Uniswap, you'll see that Pyro has only, I think, less than around approximately 40,000 tokens left to be purchased. Now, all the tokens are either been burnt off the blockchain, and I think as of right now, 36 to 37% have been burnt already. They can no longer be purchased. They're not in the dead wallet. They're gone. And this is coming from the 6% buy and 6% sell. And this has been in about 2 months. We've burned 37%. So you got that piece. But what I want everyone to focus on is the amount that's in Uniswap. The amount that's in Uniswap is less than 40K. Okay, that is what's going to drive the price, because that's what's the supply and demand, that supply squeeze that we're talking about. This is what we're trying to get at, because here's what's going to happen. If that 40K gets bought up, and if people can hold, the price of Pyro is going to jump so high. And we have the numbers to even show you, because it's just math. That's all it is math. I can put it in an Excel spreadsheet and I can show you on each, on each buy, here's how it's going to, here's how the price is going to be affected. Now, we have to keep it constant at some point because we know ETH is always fluctuating, but if ETH stays the same, or even if it goes up, it's even better. But we can lock in the ETH price and say, okay, after every buy and sell, after these 40,000 tokens get bought, and we're in in Uniswap, we're left with a few hundred tokens that's left to be available because either they're going to be burnt or they're going to be held by the community. And when there's about 500 or 600 tokens, we see the price per token jump to $6,000, $10,000. I think we saw earlier, I can't remember what I posted. And I think when we get to around 100 tokens in the Uniswap pool, we're talking about this thing is $100 and something thousand. It's something crazy per token. So that's what I think, and it doesn't matter how many is in the circulating supply. As of right now, we have about 600,000 tokens in the circulating supply that are either bought, and then there's only about 40K that's left in the Uniswap pool. If we don't burn any more tokens from selling, if everyone held, and if that 40K tokens get bought, even if 30-something K tokens get bought, the price is going to be astronomical. And that's what the key is that I want to show people is that the price squeeze, we don't have to wait until 50% of the tokens are burnt or 60% of the tokens are burnt. That's irrelevant. The price squeeze comes at, hey, how much is available in the Uniswap pool to purchase? And when that amount dwindles down, that's when we're going to see the crazy $1,000 Pyro, So that's what I want to throw in there, and I need everyone to understand that, because you have people who are selling for a 2x or a 3x gain, and hey, that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want to do, but just think about that. If everyone can just diamond hand it, hold it, it wouldn't take long either. We're talking about maybe a few weeks. It could be days.
So basically, you're asking for people to understand the tokenomics, which we're trying to explain. Once you get into Pyro and you hook up with the TG, you buy, and then you see the community, and we hold hands.
That's
and we
it.
go,
That's
what?
it.
And by the way, we are telling guys, the Telegram should be working too. So it's on Telegram, YouTube, and Twitter as well. That's why I was doing it in the background.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's pretty
That's all you got to do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No
that's
problem.
all you got to do is just buy a bag and just hold it. Buy a bag and just hold it. Let's let the price shoot up. Let's watch this thing. Let's not jeep for a 2 or 3x gain. Let's let the price shoot up. And I think that's part of, and that's why I understand now why the team is about why the staking platform is being built, because they're saying, hey, all these guys need to do is just hold. So let's give them an incentive to hold. Let's create staking, and then let's give them some Pyro tokens, and that'll, that will maybe persuade people to hold. Because that's all it could be.
The truth is there. I don't know. I guess I look at it a little bit differently as far as when it comes to the persuasion. It's if you were in crypto for a while, and you found Pyro for a reason. You like the tokenomics of it, or you like the new logo that we just launched this week, by the way, or whatever else. These other communities are out there that are burning like crazy, and you understand the idea. Then it's kind of there's not a lot of need to persuade at this point. It's kind of look at the contract, look what we have. We have 101. What are you doing? Listen to CPA right now. Hodl.
That's it.
Join the community, and all you have to do is sit. We're letting the contract do all of the dirty work.
That's it.
It's doing everything. The volume is not even. It doesn't even have to be that great right now. We are burning like crazy. We burned. I don't even remember where we were last week. I think it was in the 640,000 range or something like that. And today we're at 633,000.
I think it's 633,000 now.
Yeah, we're burning over 1,000 tokens a day. Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And you look at the chart from far away.
So what pace would that be, by the way, global and CPA? If we did about 2,000 a day and by end of
It'd
the
be
year.
1 year.
It'd be 2,000 a day would be incredible. That would put us like at a year. I mean,
yeah.
but it's good. The thing is that we're in the midst of a market where things are down, and we still have this incredible steady volume. We're building our community, and we're still pumping out over 1,000 tokens off of the chain are getting burned, and they're never coming back. And so every day that I hold, and I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, and I wash my face, and I look at the sun, and then I look at my pyro, and I'm like, oh damn son, look at this. The max supply just went down another 1,000. I didn't even do anything, and my tokens are worth more money.
Right. And see, the thing is, it's a win-win situation, because here's the thing, right? If we can here's what's going to happen. Either which way, I said this in the chat earlier, you're going to get rich. The question is, do you want to get rich fast, or do you want to get rich? Are you going to rich faster, or do you want to get rich slower? At which pace do you want to get? So we can sit here and we can play this game, and we can sell and we can buy and we can sell and we can buy, and then the supply gets dwindling down little by little by little, and then in a year now, there's only about a certain amount of tokens left in the circulating supply, and because there's only a certain amount of tokens left in a certain circulating supply, those people are probably going to hold. So then the Uniswap pool is going to be low. So then at that point, that's when the price is going to shoot up, and it's going to be crazy at that point. So we can play the slow game. The fast game now is if we hold, and remember now, there's only 40,000 tokens in the Uniswap supply. Imagine if SHIB only had 40,000 tokens in the Uniswap supply. Can you imagine that? The price would be crazy. We only have 40,000 tokens left. Well, hold on 1 second. Yeah,
that's what they're.
I'm on the phone.
That's what they're going for.
Okay, I'm coming.
That's exactly what they're going for, and they're doing things to burn their supply.
It's the same thing I said. It's the same thing I said last week. And I'm not taking shots at any of these tokens. And it's just that at the time of their release, the contract was not available. Because I'm telling you with 100% certainty that if Satoshi Kusama could have the contract that Pyro has right now, he would die for it. They've spent millions trying to figure out how to get rid of their token supply. Can you imagine Shiba Inu with the Pyro contract? It'd be insane.
Oh man! Oh my God!
It would be. Insane.
Are you talking about from the beginning, or like maybe a year ago?
Yes. No, from the beginning. If Shiba Inu had 594 trillion tokens or quadrillion tokens, but they had the burn contract from the very beginning, this thing would be. It might even be bigger than it already is. But it's not. It could be bigger than it already is, and I think it's been a blessing actually that it didn't work out that way, because it helped actually show the right way to do it, like how to build a community without all of those things. It's almost like how to build a community the manual way, and we're just doing it. We're building a community, but we're going to speed it up a little bit. It's like here's how you build a community, but this is what would have happened if you would have had this contract too. The contract that you're looking for, that you had to go build a burn portal for. You had to like develop what they call the the burn buyback, where it goes to the burn null wallet, and then this is the progression. You're seeing a progression of a new contract that's like, it's one of one. I wasn't joking. It really truly is. So
right. And right now, Shiba, what they're burning, is that true burn, or they still sitting, or even Luna?
It's not true burn. No, they can't. They can't.
But what about Terra Classic? All the burns with Terra Classic, that's an to the burn wallet.
Nope. And the problem with them is that whenever the thing was basically collapsing, and they had the way that the token contract was built, like something to do with the way that the tokens actually like mint themselves, it kind of like worked against itself. As it was collapsing, it started to like increase the amount of tokens that it was minting, and so the mint just like went like berserk, and they're like, oh well, now we still have Luna Classic, like the original Luna, but we have all these tokens that we can't get rid of anymore because no one ever expected them to have that kind of supply, you know? So when they forked off into something that I don't even really know too much about, but I know that the original Luna token, it just, as part of the way that the contract is built, it just started replicating, you know, out of control, and they're trying to figure out a way now to get rid of it. And so that's what they're doing. That's what you're seeing. But I posted something in the chat today, and I didn't see a lot of response about it. But you know, I think that, you know, maybe some are not paying close attention either to Luna or just the macro effect of it or whatever. But you know, you have to understand, especially when you get into tokens that are that high up in market cap, is people are like looking at the number and they're going, oh man, I have 0.00001, or you know, 4 zeros with a 1. Or let's just take that for example. But the token already has a high market cap of, you know, somewhere in the billions, and I think that's where that Luna Classic might still be up there. That in order for you to get the X's that you're looking for, where you're saying, oh, I'm going to take this token and I'm going to like get it all the way to $1. Well, that would essentially mean that whatever market cap it is, it would have to do the same kind of like multiplication, and it's not possible. So you're not going to get Luna C to $1 or a penny or wherever they're trying to take it. I'd have to look at the math again. You have to pay close attention to the market cap. So that's why, you know, I just don't see that. I don't ever see that going too far. It'll keep pumping. And the great thing about that token, honestly, is that there were some massive whales and a lot of volume and money that it's in there, and eventually all that money and those people have to go somewhere, you know? So why not go to the real deal? That's the way I look at it, which is, you know, just to kind of like tag off of that is, if anybody hadn't noticed, there's a community that's branched off with of Luna that has a significant amount of holders, around 60,000 followers, or subscribers that have been shouting out to Pyro, and they're connected to Luna, and they're super pumped about the fact that Luna's burning. But then at the same time, I think they're starting to respect the fact that they can see a contract that's actually truly burning the way they want to. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier with like SHIB and Luna and Sigtama and Cliff and Volt and Shinja, or you know, some of these other burn tokens. It's like it's nothing against them, because they have awesome communities, but they don't have the contract that we have, and that's the truth.
Well, the crazy thing is that, you know, keeping along with that path is that, you know, I don't, like you said with Luna Classic and some of these tokens, you know, these large cap tokens that's already sitting at $1 billion, and even if you have, you know, this corporate money that comes in, you know, all right, you know, they can go from like maybe 1 to like, you know, maybe $7 billion or something like that, or 10 billion. You know, that's still a 10x on your money. So if you have $1,000, you're talking about a 10x, you know, that you can possibly get from these large cap tokens. And I'm like, I think people are just brainwashed, you know, and I'm like, I just don't understand it either, because I'm like, you have these Luna Maxis, and you know, unless you were in it from the beginning and you're sitting at a good amount now, you're not going to make that much gains off of it.
That's no crypto.
It's just people are just stuck on. It's exactly
what it is.
I'm like, what do you?
Maxi, you can't. You know, in Texas, you say, "We bless your heart." You know.
Yeah. And that's bless their heart, because they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They just gotta just pray for them.
And we wish the best for them. And we hope that eventually, like, they get out of the malaise and they come over here and they join the Pyro party, because we're heading to great places. So
right. And let me add one more thing on that note, because we were just talking about the Uniswap supply. So Pyro has, you know, about approximately 40K in the supply left, right? Like we were saying, imagine if Luna, and this is what Luna, and this is what, you know, all these people that are burning their supply, this is what they're trying to get to. You know, they're trying to get to that low supply so that the price can, the price can be affected. So we're talking about 40K with Pyro. Now, the utility token, I think we may have spoken about this earlier, Ring has less than 15,000 tokens left in their pool. Ring only has 100,000 tokens. Well, started with 100,000 tokens. I think since the burn, it's about like at 98,000 tokens. All of that has been purchased up except for about 15,000 tokens. Once again, it's about the Uniswap pool. It's about how much is in there. If those 15,000 tokens get bought and people just held, you don't even need that many holders. Everyone that's in it right now just held. And those 15,000 tokens get bought, you're going to see $1,000 ring, a $6,000 ring per token. And it can happen so fast. 15,000 tokens is not a lot to purchase. Now, mind you, when you get to about, 1,000 left or, 2,000 left, the price is going to be a little high. But the beauty about it is that it doesn't matter where you buy in with Ring and Pyro, because that next buy is going to be double the amount that you paid. So even if you bought at the top, the next person you can sell right. You can if you wanted just a little 2x or whatever, you can just wait for just one more buy to come in. The next buy that comes in is going to shoot you over the top. You're going to be in profit by the next buy. So that's the great thing about Pyro, is that it doesn't matter where you get in. As long as that Uniswap supply number remains low, then the price is going to shoot up. And that's that's the utility of the token. Everybody wants to make money. This is it right here. Just hold.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that are like, oh, well, what's the utility? And it's like, man, are you not understanding?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be rude here, but like the utility of the token is the token itself. The contract is so incredible that it's almost like you could sit back, and as long as you can have an understanding, or the community can have an understanding of what's going on, then you don't necessarily
have to do anything. You just gotta chill. Just chill. Just get more people.
We want it, and we're gonna get it, and we're on our way to doing it. Right. I think too. I was gonna mention that you may have said this. Sorry if I repeated, but Ring of Pyro burns Pyro.
Yeah.
And so not only does Ring of Pyro now have a very big supply, and it's it's on its way to supply shock as well, because it's one of the utility tokens of Pyro, the official Powered by Pyro token. It also is burning Pyro at the same time. So not only is Pyro burning like crazy, then Ring is burning Pyro.
Right.
And it also has the ability to burn other tokens, also, which we've already burned SHIB and Volt. What other ones have we burned?
That's really it. I think it's just been SHIB. It's been SHIB, and it was Volt, and then now we're burning
Streamer Inu.
Streaming,
the next one.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Okay.
Streamers.
I think so. It sounds like it. Yeah. So the thing is, the beauty with Ring is that, and maybe this is the partnership that Streamer has with Ring, because we're not even too sure like what's going on here, but they probably said, hey guys, we're not gonna, we need help burning our token. So they know that in order to burn, like, we need volume. So they're probably gonna pump in some volume into Ring.
That's
and then Ring's
point.
So Ring's gonna burn
Adam,
Streamer.
Adam, do you have any connections with Streamer? Have you done anything with them?
I done some back in the day.
I remember Austin about 2 months ago talking about Streamer, and I looked into them, but I was heavy into other stuff, and
I've done some things. Not as close, but I have done some things with them in the past. But they don't really have a lot of supply, really. It's very interesting if this is happening. But I understand that does create volume, some excitement. I can understand. Good guys over there. I think they based out of Dubai. I think so. Good guys, good team, good community. Yeah,
they're pumping content creators, right?
They were at one time. I don't know anymore. I know they specialize to actually streamers. That's like on Twitch and other places.
Like, if you know anybody over at Streamer, if anybody from Streamer is listening, go ahead and reach out. And man, I say we put together something, even if it's just in the TG, where we have somebody from Streamer come on and talk to them in the Ring one or the Pyro one, and then we just kind of build some collaborations. So, I mean, I truly can see where we're taking whatever they're doing with Ring of Pyro, as far as like burning the other tokens and trying to have a more collaborative effort with other tokens in the space. And being like, look how unique this contract is. Yes, we were talking about Pyro, and we know that Pyro can burn like crazy, but look at Ring too. So
Ring's a great token because it's kind of like, hey, they can burn itself, they'll burn Pyro, they can burn 3 different tokens at the same time.
Sure.
So that's the beauty about it. So it'll burn itself. It'll burn Pyro, and then it'll also burn any other token that needs help with its supply, with its supply. And the thing is, like I said, there's only 100,000 tokens left. So it can really fly really fast if that volume comes in. So like if Streamer and I'll tell everybody what I was trying to do, with Volt. I was trying to get with their dev. But I think it was, they're dead. Because the thing is, if I was to speak to the Volt community and I said, hey guys, you guys really care about your token and you guys really want to see some gains with your token, what I would tell them is, hey, this is what you need to do. Tell us that you want to burn Volt, and we'll flip the switch and we'll go ahead and start burning your token. So what that means is that every time somebody buys a Ring token, the taxes are sent to you guys, and we'll go ahead and buy your tokens and send it to the dead wallet. So we'll be burning your supply for you. A certain percentage of the taxes go towards you. I would tell the Volt community or any other community, talk to your leaders, tell them, hey, because here's the thing. Now you come and you purchase some Ring, right? So you're going to purchase this Ring token. This Ring token now is only a limited supply, right? So if you have that volume coming in, you purchase Ring, your investment is going to go up with Ring. It's going to go up a crazy amount if that Uniswap supply stays low. You're going to make a crazy shitload of money with Ring. And then at the same time too, because it's burning your token, it's helping you out with your other investment. So it's kind of like a win-win situation.
It really is.
It's like, deal. Oh my goodness.
Right? I think the problem is, honestly,
they're afraid.
CPA is the divisiveness in the space, and the non-collaborative efforts of the space, and everybody just kind of dog-eat-dog.
They're afraid.
It's gotten in the way, and it's the first time that I'm aware of where tokens and communities are like, we're all in the same space to do the same thing, man. Let's go together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's make money together. Yeah, they're afraid.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, okay. So with Pyro exactly, and I know you're kind of speaking about a lot of these burn tokens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, what's feeding the liquidity, right? Because obviously, if the volume goes down, Pyro still continues to burn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So then, what prevents it from being like a hex situation, right? Where you could have like a Ring that's worth 15 grand, but the liquidity's not there, right? So that's the part I'm trying to get with a lot of these burn tokens.
And let me explain. Let me just explain. Let me just say this, because that question came up from a lot of people in the beginning. When we first started off. Well, what about liquidity? What about liquidity? And the fact is that what they can do with the Ring token now. The Ring token has 8% tax on buys and 8% tax on sale. So 2%, they have a percent, and they can adjust it however which way they want to just pump it to liquidity. They can take the Ring token and they can say, hey, you know what? We're just going to go burn Ring, and instead of burning Pyro, we're just going to just pump that into liquidity. So every transaction, maybe 4%, 3%. The devs are pretty intelligent, and they're gonna control that at some point. They're saying right now, there's no point into doing it right now, because where we're trying to go, we're trying to build right now. Then when we get to that point to where it's like, oh shit, we're talking about a lot of money, then they'll start pumping. They'll switch the contract up. Well, no, they won't switch the contract. They'll switch the taxes up and how it's being allocated, and they'll pump it into liquidity. So they've had plans for all of that. They've already talked about that. Like, they're not even worried about that.
Yep. There's other means too. But yes, it's been something
that's one of those things. Yeah.
But long story short, volume still plays a part. All right.
I mean, that's
the key.
Token, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have volume, then you don't have anything. But like at the same time, you're going to have volume if you have a product that's like producing value. You see what I mean? So it's just like
and I apologize because I'm actually researching it now. But Pyro burns regardless with volume or not, though, right?
No, that's not true.
No,
that's not true. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me take that back. Actually, I'm not really sure of the contract with the PyroBot and like how that works.
That's what I thought. I thought I read.
Yeah, that's a good.
I thought I read the
website,
question, and I thought there was a PyroBot that burns
you
Pyro consistently.
You are right. It depends on the negotiation from the dev and the other team on how they address that. So I think that's something that we need to look into, like find a solid answer at this point. But you're right. Yeah, if you do get the burn bot, maybe they have like, I don't know if it's for the lifetime of the token or like a period of the token that they are able to get like a portion of their volume to go into the Pyro dead wallet burn. But yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah. If we're talking about Pyro would, and I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about. So if no one bought Pyro right now, but Pyro has contracts with different tokens that they say, hey, we'll help you out with burning your supply, but we want some of your taxes. We want you to pay some taxes to us, and that's what originally happened at first. When Pyro first launched, there were a lot of people who wanted to use Pyro's technology and just create tokens, because they love the burn feature. They couldn't do it themselves. They didn't know how to fork it, so they say, hey, you know what? Can we just go ahead and use your token? We'll call it, Shih Tzu Inu or whatever, and we'll just say that it's a burn, we're going to say it's a burn feature. And they're really realistically what they're doing is they're using the Pyro contract and they're just calling it a different name, and they're supposed to market it totally different. So when Pyro did that in the beginning, we were getting taxes from those tokens, and they were also, so that money was coming in, it was buying Pyro tokens, and it was just sending it to a dead wallet. So if you look at Etherscan, you'll see that the circulating supply is being decreased based upon the buys and sells that naturally come from Pyro. But then we also have a dead wallet, which is all the buybacks that come from other ecosystem tokens, if you want to call it, sister tokens, partnership tokens, whatever you want to call it, that are paying taxes to Pyro. So that's also going to reduce the supply. So I think what you were saying, if no one bought or sold Pyro, just say if we just had a dead day, no one bought or sold Pyro, but those taxes that Pyro charges to other tokens, they will be feeding the dead wallet. And then if you look in Etherscan right now, I think the dead wallet's sitting at number 3 and number 4 on the list. Right. I think there's I forgot how many is. So that's where that will go. So Pyro, yes, will always continue to burn as long as it has partnerships and taxes coming in from another token. The problem, what happened is the beginning is when they were doing this. Let me just explain this because I know Pyro took a black eye, and got beat up real bad. The name got tarnished because what they were doing is they were selling the technology, and instead of these tokens going off on their own and saying, hey, this is just our token and blah, 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 and they marketed and they had their own team. Their marketing tactic was, hey, we're just like Pyro, or we have the same dev as Pyro, or, whatever. They tied themselves to Pyro, and they didn't do any marketing. They didn't have any shilling going on. They just was like, hey, we expected the moon just because we mentioned Pyro's name. So those tokens tanked. Some of these tokens tanked, their liquidity got pulled, and they're different devs. They're different teams. Pyro just said, hey, I have this technology and you want to buy it from me? Sure. Give me 2% of your sales. Why wouldn't they do that? So as you can see now, Pyro's kind of stopped that, that business model. And we told them as a community, if you want to continue doing this, you can rent out that bot and make your partnerships or do whatever, but don't tell them they're affiliated with Pyro. Don't bring our name up. Don't bring our name into it, because people are going to blame Pyro. So a lot of people blame Pyro, and to this day, they still don't really understand what really happened. So I want to just clear that out for anybody that's new, that's listening, that may have heard something about Pyro and, that we do rug pulls and all that stuff. No, that's not the case. Just want to throw that out there.
I appreciate that, CPA guy, clearing that up. Oh, so I see Lions Den. Did you want to say something, Lions Den?
Yeah, good night, guys. I actually have a question, and it's with the Ring of Pyro. I was just wanting to know whether the lock liquidity, whether it will be extended from 3 months to a year, 2 years, 3 years. Does anybody know?
No, I have no idea.
I'm gonna take it down, and we'll see if we can get you an answer, and we'll just post it in the TG.
Yeah.
Because I know some people who want to buy. Yeah, I know some people who want to buy, but they kind of iffy because they've seen that the liquidity is only locked for 3 months.
Liquidity's already locked for 2 years. Once we reach 10 million market cap, that's when it'll get to. Well, they haven't.
Well, what about Ring? You talking about Ring?
Oh.
Yeah, Ring, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out for you. I put it down in the notes, and I'll find out from the dev, and then we'll post it in the TG.
Thank you, guys.
No problem, Linus. Dan, thanks for coming in.
All right.
Yeah, Adam, was there any other questions in the Twitter that you can see, or anybody else that has anything before?
You know what? That was actually one of the questions that was earlier about the actual liquidity, how long, if that's going to be extended. And then one person did ask, CPA kind of covered that up about what was Ring of Pyro's plan. Will they do like can they do 2 projects at the same time, or which one are they looking at in terms of burning and helping out? That was one of the questions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Just to circle back to the liquidity lock too. I know you had mentioned, or somebody was about to mention that Pyro eventually, or I think when it started, it was a couple months, and then now it's 2 years. So the Pyro liquidity is locked for 2 years, and then once we reach $10 million market cap, they're going to lock it for. Right now it's 666 years, and I know the community has been talking about actually changing that to something that we can make a little bit more marketable. So we'll see what happens with that. And as far as Ring of Pyro is concerned, I will take down the message, and we'll see if we can post that for you. And if you're interested in finding out, please join the Telegram if you haven't already, or even the Twitter, and you can see that. So,
and right above the chat, we do have the Telegram link. So if anybody new or not a part of Telegram, a Pyro token, we also can put it up for Ring as well. You can join the Pyro token. We'll add Ring too as well.
Nice.
I love it. Is that Mister?
What is that noise?
Was that from Mister?
Yeah, I was testing something out.
Oh, hey, AMG. How are you?
What's good, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good. Nice to have you on. If y'all haven't had a chance to listen to Mr. AMG on the Pyro Telegram, he absolutely murders it every week.
Sure does.
Great job. He's got that smooth voice. He's been talking about all of his great past experiences in crypto, and we're very thankful to have him as part of the community.
Yep, CPA guy, crypto A, everybody, man. We need to do this more often, where we're doing live in Twitter, Telegram, and YouTube. So this is going streaming on all 3 places at the same time. So that way we can get people to understand what's going on, have this discussion. I know we put $50 or more discussion because that's what we believe in the future. So
yeah,
but
I wanted to say this, and I know I've said a lot, so I apologize.
Go ahead.
First, thank you, CPA, for all the great explanations that you had.
Oh, we love CPA.
In regards to the Uniswap supply and just the overall concept, he does an awesome job in the community of explaining. And I think somebody, it might have been you, Adam, that was mentioning earlier about the fact that you can come to the Pyro community and you're not going to just get a bunch of guys that are like, oh, what's up, bro, crypto bro, like, oh, bro, do this. It's like, no, you want to learn about it, you got a huge mess of seasoned vets that are in here that have been doing this for a long time. The dev team's killing it. We got the contract of the year. We got AMG. We got CPA. We got Global. We got Wall Street. We got Adam. We got Yon. There's just so many people that are in the community. Sonny, I'm just giving a bunch of shout outs to
Yon World is somewhere. He's somewhere.
Yeah. Look, you're going to come and you're not going to get a bunch of crypto bros. I'm telling you that right now. You might get some of it. Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what you're going to get if you ask a serious question is people that are explaining exactly what's going on with this token. You know, and that's what I love, man. I'm a teacher. You know, I teach people. If you don't ask me, I might not teach you because I don't want to just overstep my boundaries. But if you ask me, you're going to get a long-winded answer, and I'm going to teach you exactly what I know, at least what I think I know to be true, you know. And so, yeah, I have a good time. I actually have had a really, really good time. I look forward to talking to everybody during the day, and it's been a great deal. So, before we get off. And I know, you know, I don't know if you have a cutoff time or not, but I had a few other little updates that I was going to update the community with. If you don't mind,
Go for it.
So, if anybody has been around this week, you may know that we updated our logo, and we're in the process of completely rebranding Pyro, just for the sake of, you know, our growth and the overall development. And so you can see that we had the Pyro logo, which is pretty sweet. You know, it caught my attention, but at the same time, it was something that we felt like we needed to upgrade or enhance. And so we came out with a new logo this week, which is part of the revamping of our brand. And the website is being developed right now. And so, you know, you'll see that the new logo will be incorporated in the newer website. We already talked about Ring of Pyro. Everybody is well aware, or at least the community is well aware at the fact that we have the staking platform that's being developed right now. And I've been posting in the Telegram the percentage of the platform that's complete at this point. I would estimate that we're about 80% complete with the platform, and you know, the contract is almost done. They're in the final testing of the contract. You know, everybody understands the Pyro contract is unique, and so it's taking a little bit more effort as far as the code is concerned to make sure that, you know, all the I's and T's are crossed, and then it's ready to go. We can move forward without any hitches. And so that's the part of the contract of the staking platform that's being developed. And I know that the DApp is going to be the connection from the website to the contract, to where when you go onto the website, you'll be able to click a button and then move off into another platform, which it'll enable you to stake your tokens. And so that's all being worked on at this point. So simultaneously, I've seen questions in the Telegram about when we're going to do this, when are we going to do that. It's like, just be patient, okay? You know, a lot of these things just don't happen overnight. They're complex, they're complicated, and the last thing that we want to do is push anything out there that's not fully ready to go. And so that's why we've continued to just kind of slow the process a little bit. The contract is doing awesome work. It doesn't even need some of these things that we're working on, but we know that as the roadmap progresses with Pyro, these things are going to be necessary. And, you know, we also feel that the staking platform is critical to having our floor hold, and our token holders that love Pyro, they can stake their tokens and continue to earn more Pyro tokens and create that passive income for themselves. So this is huge. It's going to be huge for our entire community. So I'm really excited about that. And if anybody is not already connected on Twitter, if you can connect with us on Twitter at Pyro Token ERC. And yeah, we had a development this week. I've been begging for the community to push out TikTok videos and YouTube short videos, which Adam is great at, by the way. And so we had somebody else in the community that put out a TikTok video that was extremely great. You know, it's something that we need. It's quick, it's concise, it tells the message about Pyro so they can understand it, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to everybody continuing to do, even myself. So I think that's really the biggest updates that I have right now, and they're all, I would consider them pretty big updates. And then, as the staking platform finishes and we're done, we'll roll that out, and we'll just continue to keep pushing forward and burning tokens like crazy until we hit that supply shock that we all know we're going to hit. So that's it.
Appreciate that, Global. We had a couple of people come in. Does anybody has anything else to say? I think crypto bags. I think crypto life bags. You came in. You have anything to say, sir or ma'am?
Nah, I'm good.
Cool. Just making sure. Got Mister in there. Mister, you okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm just sitting back, just listening to y'all guys doing a wonderful job.
Man, I'm gonna rename you. You're not gonna be Mr. AMG anymore. You're gonna be Mr. Smooth as Butter, man. There's something about AMG that can just put you to sleep. He can put you to sleep with Pyro. He's incredible. He does an awesome job in our Telegram. He's such a great value to us. And I was talking to him this weekend. We had a huge, I don't want to say huge, but a pretty dang good pump this weekend. Starting on Saturday, went all the way to Sunday, and I was spending a lot of time talking with AMG, and his story is really similar to mine. Just, in regards to other tokens that we've held and our overall mentality and everything. So I'm really happy that we have him with us. So,
Likewise.
Yeah, he's a great teacher. He's like, some people just have the ability to, not only can they have the perspective in their head, but they can also explain the perspective to where when there's people in there listening and they're a little bit apprehensive, you can hear AMG. He's got this beautiful, radio voice or even music voice, and then he's just luring you in.
It's a great voice.
To the greatest token of all time. So
I
appreciate it, man.
Pyro is definitely a one of a kind, man. I'm here for the long run. It's a great journey. I met all these people. It's surreal. Just last year I was watching, learning from Adam, and now I'm here on the stage, accompanying y'all guys speaking about Pyro. It's crazy, man. So, thank you for the shout out. Thank you for the compliments. But Pyro is definitely real, man. It's gonna change a lot of y'all lives, and I just can't wait.
Well, Adam, if you don't have anything else to add, I guess we could close it out.
Oh, one more ad. I think Crypto Visible. Did you want to say something real quick before we wrap things up?
Oh yeah, man. I just want to say, man, this community and this token is definitely something else. And I've been covering it because I what I see is just wonderful, and it's just excites me every day to see the bot is just burning Pyro like crazy. So we're definitely gonna get that supply shock, and that's when everybody's gonna FOMO in.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, we're at. I'll give you some stats real quick.
Okay, appreciate it.
We're at 1,033 holders, unless we picked up some new ones. We have 630. We have 633,000 tokens remaining, and we have burned very close to 37% of our entire supply off of the blockchain completely. I'll state this again, that we're going to hit 40 by the end of the month or right around there. And then I think, maybe in the 50% range by, somewhere towards the end of the year, depending on the volume. And as the economy starts to turn and more money's pumped into ETH and the ETH switches over to the microcaps, then you're going to see the volume start to continue to rise. And man, it's just, it could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be 3 months from now. But if you're sticking around and you're hodling like you're supposed to be, this thing is going in places. Trust me.
I've seen it. I saw recently there was maybe like a 10 ETH buy, and I saw how much it shoot up the price. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, no, it's the real deal.
Can you imagine when we have like 20,000 holders and we having like millions of dollars in volume every day?
Yep.
$50 is too conservative for me. I can easily hit $1,000.
Yeah, definitely.
No joke. Well, I'm gonna CPA.
I'm gonna say
I'm about to close out. If you got anything else?
Yeah, I just want to say one last thing for anybody that's listening that haven't bought yet. You know, there's a lot of fakes out there, or there are a lot of forks out there.
Oh yeah,
and they're popping up like every day, and most of them are dying out within a week or so. You know, Pyro's been around for 2 months. We got a head start, you know, and that's what you got to look at. You look at our market cap and look at these other guys' market caps that they're struggling to survive. They're on life support. You know, Pyro's the original deal. The devs know exactly what they're doing, and they have a plan to continue to bring volume into Pyro. And that's what the key is. These forks are coming out every day, and they don't realize like what it's going to take. They like to have the burn mechanism, but they don't realize what it's going to take in order to keep the flame going. And the Pyro devs did a great job, and they know what they're doing. And like I said, we are way ahead of the competition. So if you're thinking about purchasing, or if you're on the fence or you don't know which one to buy, you know, just take a look at the market cap, take a look at the community, take a look at the tokenomics, and then most importantly, take a look at that Uniswap supply, because none of these burn tokens have a lower Uniswap supply than Pyro does, and we will hit supply shock a lot quicker than any of these other tokens. You know, when someone put out one day in a tweet saying, "Hey, we're burning faster than Pyro," but if you don't have any volume, you're just going nowhere fast. And that's how I that's how I replied back to the tweet. So people may say, "Oh, we're burning just as fast as Pyro. We're burning faster than Pyro," but they don't have the volume that we have, so they'll never be able to catch us. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there, just to, you know, any doubters or any haters out there, or anybody that's uneducated, uninformed, don't get caught up with the hype, you know, with these forks. Pyro is the real deal.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, here's the final deal here. Like you said, if you're looking for more information, go to Pyro website at pyrotoken.erc.com, and then also you can find more information on Global Crypto 777 at Twitter, and of course stay tuned to the Telegram and Adam Shelton's YouTube and Twitter, and Yon's YouTube and Twitter, and many other people that are associated with Pyro. So we appreciate everybody that's listening and watching and has been participating, and let's see how we can keep this thing going.
Absolutely. Yes, we got it on YouTube and Twitter. It's been recorded on Twitter, so if you just comment on here, you can watch the replay on Twitter or on YouTube as well. And you can join the Telegram group if you're not part of that as well, just like what Global said, just like what CPA said. You know, if you think about on the fence, you may want to take a look at this, because this thing's going to go regardless. If any of us is on here, it's going to go anywhere. So just do your research, check it out. We're going to try to do more of these in terms of awareness of Pyro token and Ring as well, because Ring is definitely part of it. And we'll just want to go ahead and educate the people about what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and sign out here. Thank you, God. We can continue the conversation in Telegram. Just go ahead and put your information in there. And I'm Adam Shelton for Global, CPA, the whole gang of the Pyro Glen. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh.